Okay, next episode. Woo! Okay, so episode 16 was they had already started the match with Tokonami, but they're now I think they're ending the first set and starting the second, and the way they start out makes me really sad already, because you can tell how much Tokonami is already getting discouraged with how much Karasun is already winning, and same with the girls team who's also simultaneously playing. They're also getting discouraged too, especially one of the girls, I think her name was Aya, because she couldn't receive it back. But Yui, as the captain, was trying to cheer her up. But yeah, seeing them discouraging was sad. That's one of the things that I think I mentioned before, that I really like how this, the director or whatever, and I think I think the anime makes it more obvious, but as a whole that Haikyuu does, is that they, like I said, they go, like the previous episode was kind of comedic, was kind of actiony, and just oh god, what was I gonna say? I think I was gonna say friendshipy, but it wasn't too much friendship, but it's mainly kind of comedic and just introductory and and just overall good feeling. And this one is sort of kind of gives you a downy feeling, and then later on it gives you a really sad feeling, and it makes me want to cry, and it's just oh, I'm really happy that Kurasuno won, but at the same time it's just and it's just that's such a bitter feeling when you try really hard, and you try your best, and you can't go any further. This is as hard as you can do, and you still don't win. That's just, you tried your best, and so you're happy that you tried your best, but you don't win. So it's sort of just I lost, and it's just such a bitter feeling, because you're just, because you literally think there was nothing else I could have done. Or you still think, I could have done this, could I have done that, but really you couldn't have done anything more. And that's so painful to think. So you had to think, I could have done something else. Because the fact that if you couldn't do anything else, and that was your extent, I feel like that's even more painful, because that means that how much more powerless you were against the other team. And at least if you thought you could have done other stuff, you'd be oh, maybe I just made a mistake, but I could still have beaten them. It's let's work on your pride. Brief flashback in the episode, showing Daichi when he was with Ikejiri, I think is his name. Either way, it's his middle school person that's on Tokonami now. And how he was tried really hard for his team, and he still really lost and got upset. And he made me think of Hinata from the first episode, and how he tried really hard. And the only thing I would say is that Hinata, reminds me of Daichi, but Hinata's teammates were a lot better than Daichi's teammates, because even though they knew less, they still tried really hard, while it looked like in the flashback that not everyone tried really hard. It looked like they gave up halfway through, and they just didn't want to try anymore because they knew they would have lost. And that's just guys, no! That made me upset, because the fact that people who didn't even know about volleyball could try harder than people who did, it just made me think that they didn't have confidence in themselves at all. This episode just pulled on my heartstrings, man. No. It's sad. Let's see what else was there. Sorry, let me look real brief. I was commenting on the fact that that's what captains do. That's what Yui did. Daichi didn't do that, though, but that's what Yui did, and that's what a lot of sports anime do. When you lose, you kind of comfort your team and make sure they're okay, and then when you go off, or after you go home and they're gone, you go and cry, because you don't want to show the team how disappointed you are, because they're gonna blame themselves, and it makes sense. But it's so sad, the fact that the captain doesn't get any comfort either. But it's good that one of the girl teammates understood that. And Aya, man, was just so hard on herself. But I'm sure the other team did just focus on her, since it doesn't look like she could receive as well as the other girls. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention, because I was thinking about it. Did anyone else see the really weird sun face sculpture on the wall? That was really weird. I'm just like, why is that there? It just seemed really weird. So maybe whatever school this is hosting at, because that's usually how tournaments work, they host them at a like specific school, but maybe it's just like a building dedicated to the tournaments. I don't know. That's a really weird sculpture regardless. What else was I gonna say? I think that was it. Oh, we get to see the slight beginning of that. Not slight. We get to see them start warming up for the match against Dateko, and so you're just like, you're going from sad to like excited because this is a good match. It's a match that Kurosuna lost last time, and you're just like, oh, we can do it. Except for the fact that everyone's just like, Dateko just kind of comes in and they're just all tall and intimidating and serious, and you're just like, oh, maybe we can't. And then while they're practicing, Nishinoya does his rolling thunder move, and just like, it makes everyone just like, what? And he just like kind of gets all excited and breaks the tension, and just like, that's a good teammate to have, because he'll make you less nervous, he'll break the tension, and he'll get you motivated, which he did, you know. And he was just like, oh, Nishinoya's not just a guardian, he's blah blah blah, and I'm like, yeah, Nishinoya, guardian of the team, watching out for them. And it was just like, you know, that's, you know, lost their nervousness, and now they're, you know, ready to take on the team again because he cheered them up. Okay, and then that's where that one ended. Yeah, okay. And sorry, this one's a little shorter than the one last time, but to be completely honest, the last one had more stuff, because it was introducing the tournament and the other teams, and the beginning of the match. This one was mostly just really sad and showing a whole bunch of the teams losing, and man, they didn't even just show the girls team and Tokonami, they showed the other girls team, they showed some of the guys teams, and it was just like, oh, that's really sad. Anime, why are you doing this to me? No. So, don't cry. I almost did. It was really sad and disheartening, because I know how that feels. But yes, now I've got to talk about the Dateko. God, I feel like that's, for some reason, that's really hard to say. The Dateko and the Kurosuna game, because that was the most recent episode. And anyways, so I hope you guys liked this. And sorry again that it's late, but I hope you also liked the episode. And it didn't make you cry, but if it did, that means they're doing his job. And I'll see you guys in a couple more minutes again. Alright, bye.